Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setup for today. So starting off with EURUSD, there's a lot of noise around the dollar this week. So we've got obviously we're deep into earnings season. We've got some of the big ones like Microsoft coming out, but then we are also in a well, the Feds have got a meeting this week, so we should expect some kind of noise, dollar-based noise coming out Wednesday time frame as well. So at the moment, I am a little bit concerned. So this level that we are at the moment, which is right here, and that level, if we can just get there, is 121.776. You can see that was a previous breakout. We used it as a resistance here. We used it as support. We used it as support, broke up, used it as resistance, and now we are testing it again. So a few things that we need to bear in mind. The first thing is we've got a bearish crossover on the moving averages for EURUSD, and the second thing that we need to bear in mind is we've got diversions. So just do it quickly like this. Price is currently making a lower high, whereas if I look at the diversions, and I can draw on the top or the bottom, pretty much you'll get the picture. So there was low and making a higher high. So that's going up, that's going down, that's diversions. When you get diversions like this and the trend is moving down, that is continuation diversions for a move to the downside. So the next thing that is concerning me at the moment is I have a wedge brewing. And my mouse doesn't want to work this morning. Okay, so pretty much wedge channel, doesn't matter which way you want to draw it, but that's a situation that we have on the higher time frames. This is not looking pretty. Okay, we do have a potential inverse head and shoulders brewing, but in my view at the moment, you know, we are kind of in a bull channel at the moment. So a bull channel wedge, it doesn't matter really how you want to draw it, but you know, we are moving up and we are sort of flirting with a level at the moment. The major issue here is on the 8th hour we've got a moving average crossover, and that is a potential death cross for those of you that know how the moving average strategies work. But that is a potential trend reversal that is kind of brewing. So it's not confirmed yet, so it's pointless trying to push it at the moment. For me, dollar is staying on the back burner for me until I see some structure. Right now on the hour we are ranging. There's our range. So we start breaking below this level here of 121.523. I will start looking for opportunities to short this with a view that we may have a potential trend change. So in other words, dollar strength. And let's just move on. So for now, this is sit on hands for me. I'm not really interested in it, but there are some warning bells on the higher time frames that we should be looking for an opportunity to move down. And depends how well it defends this 121.776. Okay. US dollar, Japanese yen. We're on 1 hour here. Let's just get to the 8 hour. So here we have a pretty clear, I won't call it a signal, but something that you need to pay attention to. So the trend has been down. In other words, it's been weak dollar for quite some time now. We do have, firstly, this big double bottom here, which we have broken up above. That's not quite exactly true, is it? There it is there. So we've got this massive double bottom at the moment. We have broken up above it and we're back testing it now. So the most logical trade on the structure that you can see right now is there's the move up, there's the consolidation, and the consolidation is something like that. So that is what I am seeing at the moment. So there is a great opportunity here that is brewing. Now if we come back to the hour, you'll see a little bit clearer. So obviously on the hour I want to see a retest of a breakout. So where is the closest breakout? There it is there. Look at the structure on this level here. So that is 103.669. So come back into this zone. I think I would be looking to buy with an anticipation of breaking this flag to the upside and then chasing 105, well, 105.029, but I think I'll just chase 105 or just below 105. So something like 104.9 8 or 99 or something like that, just below the 105 mark. That would be an area where I'd be looking to take profit. But I want to wait and see what transpires today, because at the moment we are above and below the moving average. If this holds, so this zone that we're in at the moment, this zone right here, 103.727 and 103.669, if that zone holds and we start getting price moving up, so a good trade would be on a break above this pin bar, for example, with a stop just below it. But you're going to have a bit of a wider stop. And we'll wait for European Open for that. But my first gut is all dollar pairs, sit and wait, don't do anything just yet. Euro Aussie dollar, again another one with a massive trend to the downside, and then we've got this consolidation, we've got this concession, we've got consecutive new highs forming. You can see high, 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 and what looks like a potential double bottom off a level of 155.971. So just do something like that. There's my potential double bottom. We have broken to the upside. I'm looking for a move, something like that. There's no structure at that area, so I would be looking for a move into this zone here, 160.279. But obviously the trend is down, and you can see right now they are selling off that trend. And if you look at the hour, above the moving average here, below the moving average. Some structure above the moving average. Again, look at what's happening with the oscillators. We are now grouping, indicating we're moving down, but we're coming to an area where I would be looking for support. And we're at one area right now. You can look to the left, you'll see quite a bit of structure in this area. Okay, and I'll put the third one in down there. So this zone here is a fairly solid area to be looking for. The other thing that you need to bear in mind is if we stay above the moving averages, we've got a crossover here. If the faster moving averages stay like they are now, and the crossover on the 155s is maintained on the hour, that is a potential trend reversal, and we're looking for opportunities to be long on this pair. The other thing that is brewing, obviously, is a channel. So I would expect like a bounce up and then another move down. That's going to validate the channel. At the moment it's only 4 touches. I'd like a 5th touch on the channel. That validates the channel. The higher probability is a break to the upside than a break to the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for there. Paying very close attention to Euro Aussie dollar at the moment. This zone here, we'll wait and see what happens at the European Open, but I have a feeling that we're going to have a measured move here of this magnitude. Okay, but obviously we need to wait for structure, so we've got a fairly close stop. Otherwise you're going to be jumping in here with a massive 1,600 point stop loss, and it turns out to just be a range, which could also happen. So we need to see price build some structure off a level, and this is the levels. These are the levels we're looking for. Okay, so the lowest one is 157.252. British pound, Japanese yen. We have a fairly strong level that we are battling with at the moment, but we are moving up, we are trending up. So inverse head and shoulders at the top here as well. There's a shoulder, there's a head, there's a shoulder. So there is definitely opportunity here, and I've been saying this since Wednesday last week, that we need to be paying attention to this level. And I think it's getting to a point where it's something that's going to brew. Something is brewing, something's going to happen. So if we look at this, on the hour, we crossed up above the moving averages, came back, closed below it, and then back above it. Didn't really test the 150 again until here. So that's tested. First time, second time. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that we've tested. Well, actually more than that, because look at the left there. So this is a fairly significant level, this 142.216. So there's 2 ways that I want to look at this. There's a clean break on this, nice like 3-hour, 4-hour close above it, pull back, come and test this level. That's a buying opportunity. Alternatively, back onto this trend line. So we come back onto the trend line here, buy further down, and take profit on this level again. So those are the 2 opportunities looking at there. Aussie dollar, US dollar pair, obviously. So not entirely convinced that this trend is moving to the upside. You can see 3 consecutive lower lows, lower highs here. 1, 2, 3, and 2 consecutive lower lows at the moment. So moving averages are trending up. The trend is up. We should be looking for opportunities to buy, go with the trend. I would like to see a break of this range before I start looking at that anymore. So basically changing my tune at the moment. The trend is up, I agree, but I'm not particularly interested in actually chasing longs at the moment. I am watching this very closely, the dollar pair, and what I'm watching for is the first signal that we have a trend reversal. So basically what I'm anticipating on the dollar is dollar strength. So you can see above and below the moving averages, ranging, confusion, not something I want to be trading. So we'll wait and see, wait for the opportunities at the moment. But any pullback at the moment or any move to the upside seems to be sold into right now. So that is something that we are really paying attention to, watching the dollar very closely to see what's happening, watching political policies as well, because that's going to drive it. And then you've got the Feds on Wednesday. So I would expect sort of us going nowhere until Wednesday anyway. British pound, Aussie dollar, last pair. Now this one is something that we've been waiting for quite some time, and basically the trend is down, but it does look like we are either going to continue the trend. If you look at the 8 hour, that's what's basically telling us here, but there's lots of barbed wire, lots of confusion, and when you start looking at the lower time frames, there is potential for a trend reversal. So you can see we've tried here, we've maintained above the moving averages, we've still maintained, even with this drop below the moving averages here, we've still got back up and continued the trend. So this is a bit of a dogfight at the moment for a strong pound. There's so much that's happening in the UK at the moment, so anything could transpire here. But for me, for as long as we are staying above the moving averages like this, I am anticipating an opportunity for us to move to the upside. Now, what has formed is this channel. So for me, it is a case of buying off the bottom of the channel on the hour, really tight stop below the previous swing lows, and then looking for a move to the top of the channel and selling out there. And keep doing that until we get some confirmation on the higher time frames that we have a potential trend change. But that, from my view, is on the cards at the moment. Anyway, that's it for me today. It is Monday, so you're probably not going to see much activity this Monday, but it's well worth just staying close to the Forex market at the moment, because there's a lot that looks like is brewing at the moment. So we can't we can range for a long time, but we can't range forever. And there's so many ranges that we've got after a fairly strong move up or down. So that's at the end of a trend. Could be, kind of my opinion, or alternatively we break these ranges to the downside and we continue the trend to the downside. Personally, I am not in that camp. I think we've got a few trend reversals that are brewing at the moment. Okay, change of guard politically, a lot of noise around the vaccine and the virus at the moment. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens this week. It's going to be a very interesting one. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.